All right, how we doing, guys? So two things here. One, giving you a little rundown of what's going to be happening with this LT1000 Craftsman build. Obviously, it's kind of ran down, but I think we got a peerless inside of here. I'd have to look at it, but I'm going to be doing a pulley swap. So what that's going to consist of, this is going to be a very basic, like kind of like a beginner do-it-yourself in the back of your yard type of lawnmower. So I'm not going to be doing a whole front new suspension. The only thing I might be doing is maybe about lowering it, chopping the frame, lowering it that way a little bit, reverse mounting the mounts for the transmission or the rear axle, whatever you want to call it. This is getting taken out. I'm taking all the PTO stuff out. I got a little 12 one-cylinder Briggs 12 horse, and that should be perfectly fine for this. But I'm going to take this front bash bar off. I'm going to put that on Stinky because I think that'll look pretty good. And yeah, this is just going to be a very kind of like do-it-yourself beginner series I'm going to be having on this thing on this channel. I know a lot of the people on here are probably getting tired of the lawnmower content, but I mean, I don't really care. But yeah, just want to give you a quick little update on this. I'll probably be doing some stuff on this outside of YouTube that I'll probably give you guys some updates on. But other than that, Backlash racing mower, that should be getting suspension done, body work done pretty soon. Stinky should be running hopefully pretty soon. I really got to get a carb for that, so once I get the carb, it should be all good. Then this, obviously we all know, I just got this thing, so I got to change out those rear tires, get some new tires on those. Rims seem to be cool, so I'll still use them. Might change the tires on them though, I don't know. See what we got going on. What else? So I would also like to see about maybe getting this turf tire off of here because the valve stem is all messed up on it. So put some new tires on that. Might see if I can go with wheelbarrow tires and see how that rolls. But from there, that's where I'm currently at. I'm gonna start getting this 12 horse on there. I might see if I can take the governor out of it. I'm not too sure yet though. But yeah, start getting it all situated, and I guess if I got some time, I'll send you guys another video and we'll go from there. So I'm starting to take apart this LT1000, and so the first thing I would do when getting a racing mower, obviously one, pulley swap it, but I want to do the suspension first, get that all knocked out, and then start doing engine work. So what I'm currently doing is I'm taking the whole front axle out, front suspension stuff out, or just trying to get an estimate of how low I would like to be in the front. So usually there's about 4 bolts here. So you have 2 here, 2 here, and that's your 4 on that side. Come on this side, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and those are 13 millimeters. Take those out, your whole front axle will come out. I would not recommend taking this front center point out for the actual axle itself, just because that will fall all apart, and you'll have to figure out how to put this plate, that plate, and all together. It has grooves in it that's set in place, but it's just a pain in the ass. So I just like to keep the bolt inside and just take my 4 bolts out. That way it drops that whole thing out, and it's just easier to deal with. So I'm gonna get that all dealt with, and then I'm gonna hit you guys up with the next plan. So the other thing that I did here is I chopped some brackets here. So I chopped the 2 brackets that were off of there on the bottom, one there, one there. I'm not using them. And then I have 2 mounting points here for the actual axle. I'll clean those up and eventually paint them. And 2 there. So when you put that on there, it'll mount to those 2 front bolts there. Same with the other side. And then when you get it sitting in there and it's the right size, eventually you'll have to reinforce the frame, but just for me to make this a roller, it'll be perfectly fine. So I'm gonna get this front knocked out, and then I'm gonna start working on the back. So Got it back in here. I feel like that's plenty enough suspension travel, but my steering arm had to make a slit in the frame. Same with the other side, so I'm gonna pull that up, chop it, and then my steering arm should be perfectly fine to go in there. I do encourage you to put new clevis pins inside, since the ones that I had inside of mine were complete ass. So leave that up to you, but the front's almost done. So far, it's looking pretty good. Over time, I might add some bracing, but for right now, like I said, this is a beginner. We're just kind of getting our head into the door, so we're gonna get back there and do the rear in a minute. That's pretty easy though, because that's just a little flip, axle flip. So, but let me finish this up and I'll show you what it looks like and how it works. Alright guys, how we doing? So I got it all done. Chopped the frame a little bit to fit that. As you can see, good amount of angle. Now if you go a little bit over, you do start to, see it's kind of out of whack, but if you kind of get it, like I said, it's just a little putzer around, shitty little racing mower, so I'm not really too worried about the steering. There's some play there, but maybe sometime eventually later I'll adjust it, but for right now I'm happy with it. I'll tell you guys how low it sits when I get the tires on, so let me go get that done. Alright guys, so just wanted to give you a quick little thing that to fit these, if you're going the rims and I'm going, these are wagon rims and they're perfectly fine. I've driven these with lawnmower before and went about 30-40 on them, so, and this thing's just gonna be governor swapped with a pulley, so not nothing too crazy. But what you do got to do is this look kind of like a shaft locking collar, I guess, whatever you can call it. I chopped some of that off on this side, so as you can see right there, it's kind of chopped and it butts right up against it. I mean, she spins real nice. There's no play. It spins straight. There's no washer. It's just a cotter pin or whatever you want to call that, clevis pin. So I'm going to do that on this side, get it all butted up, getting all looking good. I'll drop her down, see where our ride height is at, and then I'll start on that. I'll start on the behind. I'll show you all what that looks like and how to do that. Got the whole front all done. Got the rear tires all bolted up. Some of them leak, so you have to put air. I'll have to put air in it, but I'm kind of giving it a little bit of effort to move it. And this thing is probably lighter than my FXT mower and my and Stinky. So this thing's pretty light. I love that. So I got my little 12 horse Briggs on there, and we're gonna wire it all up and we're gonna send it.